Guys, we all know that AI is going to completely change the world. That's what the channel is about. But over the past week, there have been 5 different things that have really, well, pissed me off when it comes to AI. And in today's video, I just want to briefly cover 5 different things that pissed me off. And I'm just going to riff a little bit. I know I'm normally bringing you big data, news, information, but I just want to get some things off my chest. And I want you to get it off your chest too in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? The best comments will get pinned. If you leave something I think is really good, I will pin your comment. I've done it in the past. I'll do it in the future, and I'll do it today. So that's what I'm looking for today. Guys, all right, let's get started. First thing that's kind of pissing me off is job displacement. You know, and you guys know this, I cover job displacement a lot, and I'm pro efficiency. I think we should do things that make things better, but like job displacement is kind of, you know, what's kind of upsetting me. You know, there's way too many people that are being let go right now, and I think it's a problem. But more so, I think it's kind of a slap in the face to the guys and girls out there that are really working hard, because, you know, I'm like scrolling through social media, I see these videos of these like 20-year-old girls in bikinis who are like project managers at Meta, and they're saying like, what are you responsible for? Well, I'm responsible to make sure that people get work done and on time. Meanwhile, she's sitting in a pool on a laptop next to her other friend who's working at Meta, and like these people are working at Meta, and now they're getting like, they're getting fired maybe, and then you can't find a job. It's really upsetting to me. Like if there's one good thing about AI coming out, it's that all these people are gonna get churned out because they're absolutely worthless. They provide zero value to the field. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this in a minute, because what we've got right now is kind of like a generation or a culture of laziness, and AI is magnifying that. And I think that's the second thing that's really kind of pissing me off this week, which is AI slop. It is like just overbearing. The amount of AI slop on the internet is completely out of control. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm seeing some people, especially when it comes to AI video, just creating some of the most amazing, beautiful things. When it comes to AI video, I think we're about to hit like a golden age of entertainment where you don't need to be in a huge Hollywood studio. You'll be able to make like full-length feature films, TV shows right from your garage. And to me, that's exciting. A whole democratization of entertainment. And I think that's cool. I think it's gonna bring storytelling next level. The problem here, guys, is kind of what I alluded to before, is that the amount of laziness is, when it comes to AI slop, it's completely out of control. I don't think people fully appreciate what AI can do, and they're just saying copy and paste whatever AI says and we'll try. And I see this a lot in the marketing world, where people are like, oh, join my course and I'll teach you how to make an AI avatar, or I'll teach you how to make AI videos so you can make 100 videos a day and then run ads on them and see what works. And like, I get it, it's conversion based, but hold that thought, because this whole idea of like filling the world with AI slop, it completely dilutes human creativity and ingenuity in some ways when laziness is used. In other ways, I think there are some artists out there that are gonna be able to use AI to just create some amazing things. Artists, storytellers. So I'm excited. If you know anyone, by the way, put it in the links below. I'd love to check out what they're doing. And I wanna kind of highlight the idea of copywriting AI slop. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, the internet is completely full of AI copywriting slop. I'm even guilty of it to an extent. I'm typically using it more for SEO purposes, to boost like YouTube videos and for indexing, things like that. But the amount of posts, like, I feel like people's usage of AI for writing is so selfish. Is that the right word? And I'll give you an example, because I see this kind of in a professional setting where people are using AI to just write huge amounts of words and then sending it to other people to kind of siphon through it to find the good stuff. Like, for example, maybe you're writing a marketing campaign and you just use Claude Cowork to write up a whole marketing campaign. You don't really bother going through it. Maybe you take 2 seconds and go through it. And then you send over a 50-page marketing campaign to the next person, who has to kind of siphon through it and find all the hallucinations and the duplicates and the stuff that's maybe was relevant 6 months ago, but it's not relevant now. It's like, bro, you're not actually saving, listen, you're not actually doing the work, bro. You're just letting AI do all the work for you. What do I even need you for at this point. And I think a lot of people that are going to get laid out of organizations are the people that are using AI not to work smarter, but to work lazier. And that is a big issue we're running into. I do believe, we talked about this in a video a few days ago, I'll post a link to it here, where we talked about what ClickUp is doing and laying off tons of engineers and just keeping on just a handful of engineers, increasing their pay and trying to move them to a place where they can use AI agents to 100x their output. The guys and girls that are using this right, I think, are going to crush it. I was using Claude Cowork to do some projects today, but before I shipped it out and shared it with other people, I took the time to go through it and go over it. It kind of, at least for me, helps solve that blank slate problem. Instead of working at a blank slate, a blank piece of paper, I'm already working off of something that's been done, and then I can just delete and tweak. And so what may have taken me 2 or 3 hours now takes me 20 minutes or so, let's just say, and then I can get something over. I could get to work faster. The other thing that kind of ticks me off about this is, like, while I'm waiting for Claude Cowork to do its thing, let's say it's going to take it 10-15 minutes to do its task, well, then I start working on other programs and other projects. And the problem there is that I'm not able to actually get into a flow state because I'm bouncing around projects so much. And this brain fatigue is real. And I don't see anybody talking about this. Like, the human brain is not meant to jump from task to task to task to task. AI can do it, the human brain can't. So that's kind of pissing me off. And that brain fatigue is going to start to manifest itself in some ways I don't think that psychologically humans are really ready to cope with. You know what I'm saying? Am I the only one? Anyway, if you agree with me, put it in the comments below, or share this link, share this video with someone who's kind of thinking about how AI is impacting their life, because I love it, but I hate it at the same time. And I realized that, I was thinking about this the other day when I think about the YouTube channel and some of the ups and downs in the channel and what videos do good and which videos don't. I could really take a firm stance on stuff. And, one of the things that makes both politicians and YouTubers popular is not like playing the middle and looking at the nuance of issues, but going really far to either side, like saying AI is bad, burn down all the data centers, we hate it all, or saying, AI is going to save the world and screw anyone who talks about any of the problems. Like, picking a side and then othering everyone else is very, very powerful. But, at the end of the day, I don't want to do that. I just want to speak my thoughts, and maybe I land in the middle, and maybe you agree with some ideas, and maybe you disagree with some ideas. That's fine. The other thing that's kind of ticking me off is in the marketing world. So there's two problems in the marketing world. One thing that's happening in the marketing world is, and I'm guilty of this to an extent, although I really try to explain. Like, I'm really motivated to help people because I know AI is going to change the world. AI is going to change the world, and I think it's really important that people start adapting these tools and moving now. But one of the things I'm seeing is so much over-promising and under-delivering in the world. And like, there's people that promise, like, you can just open up Replit, you can open up Claude Code, and you can build out your entire CRM in 2 days, and then you're going to have a working CRM. But what they don't tell you is there's going to be all these cybersecurity holes, and without proper engineering and site architecture, things won't work right. Like, you can get there, but it's going to be a project, and that might not be the place that's best served for your time. Like, I think that you absolutely 100% should be using AI to build small pieces of software, like maybe like a time calendar or any sort of spreadsheet. Frankly, any sort of spreadsheet that you're using or presenting to other people probably would, and could be turned into a piece of software. I think that's a great place to start. But like, if you're planning on replacing your entire CRM with a Claude-built AI platform, it's too ambitious. Start with something small. And again, I think a lot of marketers are kind of going the other way here. And there is this, guys, I'm in marketing, I get it, but I'm seeing like so many ads these days where marketers are just promising all this thing. And a lot of it, I'm not going to say their names, but these are like famous marketers that and they're all selling these courses. I'm not selling a course, by the way. I do have a community that I plan to launch soon, so we can actually work together on projects. But they're selling these courses, and my opinion is they really don't care about the content of the course. And this is not all of them, some of them do, but they really don't care about the content of the course. They really don't care about the success that the people that go through the course are going to have. They know that course completion rates are really low and whatnot. And they're just like, their goal is one thing. It's how can I convince people to keep clicking buttons? It's all conversion metrics. And I live in that world. So I'm not like blind to it. But like, there's these guys who like 6 months ago were doing one thing, now they're doing another, and all they're doing is like building funnels, testing out funnels, and trying to just get people to click buttons and take their money. And I just, anyway, I don't really want to be associated with that. I want to sell products that help people. And the reality is, like, in the world that we're living in now, you need to be able to play the game to actually get people to click. You need to understand conversions and funnels and psychology and what's going to move people and what kind of pain points and what are the problems that they want to solve. Like, you need to be able to do all that. But the challenge is you need to have a great product or service on the back end. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of riff for a minute here. This may or may not be my most popular video. I don't know, probably not, because I'm not, it's not gonna have the same kind of a reach as like Meta fires 20,000 people. But I just wanted, I had a crazy day. I had a crazy day today. Lots of projects that I'm working on, lots of exciting projects that I'm working on. And, I just wanted to kind of share what's upsetting me in the moment when it comes to AI. And hopefully you kind of get this like I do. And I just want to bring it to the top. Like, sometimes people will say things like, Mark, why do you care about job displacement and AI and stuff? Like, you live in a nice neighborhood and you're doing pretty well for yourself. I'm like, guys, I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm okay now, but I am at a place in my life now where I do worry about money. Where is the money going to come from in the future? Like, I trust that God is going to have me and things are going to be okay as long as I keep improving and iterating. But, this is a crazy time in history. Like, we got bills, mortgages, dental work, appliances, automobiles, insurance, mortgages, college funds, travel, Amazon packages. There is no end to the money going out. How do we get more money coming in? How do we do it in an ethical way? And how do we use AI to do that in a way that makes our lives easier and better? That's where I'm at. I don't know about you. Leave your comments below. I definitely plan on pinning some comments today and get the conversation going. And again, this is one of the things that I really feel passionate about, is how do we have these conversations together? Because I feel like most people in my life, I don't get to have these conversations with. I want to have these conversations with guys like you. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Peace.